Hey everybody, thanks for checking out today's video. In this one we are going to go over a bunch of different random stuff. Everything from how I personally purge my artifacts, to how to join a guild, to where to enter a friend code. So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, and most of it's aimed at beginners, just to help you guys find some things that may not be so easy to find. So let's get started. Alright, the first thing that we're going to talk about today is how to join a guild. The first thing you have to do is get to Amber Sands. You have to make it past level 6 of Amber Sands to be able to join a guild. It doesn't matter what level you are, as long as you make it to that point. So you can click in here and you can kind of scroll through and see different guilds that you could join. Or you're going to do what I'm going to do. If you already know what guild to choose, you're going to go to search for guilds. You're going to type in the guild name, which I'm going with the one where my main account is. And then I'm going to send a request. And you can see I've searched for it. I'm going to hit view. And then I'm going to click send request. And with that, it's going to send a request to the leader. And then either the leader or the viceroys are going to be able to accept or deny my request. All right, next up we are going to redeem a redeem code. We're going to go to our inbox, and then down at the bottom we're going to click redeem. Now I'm going to type in a code here that does last until January 31st, so if you haven't used that yet, you can go ahead and do that. But then you type it in, you hit redeem, and then you're going to get some fancy stuff for it. So anytime there's a new redeem code or you find a new one, that you're going to enter it into your inbox. Alright, so now we're going to talk about how to enter in a friends code. You're going to go over on the left hand side and click friends. And then up at the top, if you are under level 10 only, you can have enter code. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to enter in the friend code that I have available for this one. And with this, I'm going to receive loot for different levels that I hit, and then also my friend is going to get loot for when I hit those same levels. So you can have one friend, and then before you're level 10, and then you could actually have 3 additional friends that use your code. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the cycle summary that you're going to get at the end of the week. So you're going to receive this every Sunday, and it's going to award you gems and medals as far as what rank you had at the end of the week for your arena. Now, because I'm at like tiny baby account, I was in bronze 2, and that's something that you can expect, especially when you first start playing, that you're going to end with this. So I got 800 of the medals. So now I'm going to apply those to my arena cabinet so that way it can positively impact my gameplay throughout. So we did talk a little bit about what I'm going to be doing as far as putting the medals on my cabinet. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to update the speed on the yellow and the purple, so that way they're all at 4. Speed is super important. It's going to be pretty much how often in turn your heroes are going to go. And then I'm going to update some other stuff after that. I want to make sure that I can get that speed up to where I want it first. So that way I can really make sure that I'm fast. If you're fast, you're going to be in front of opponents, and you're going to be in front of your raid boss, and both of those are really important. So I'm going to go ahead and take yellow up to 4, and then I'm going to take purple up to 4. Alright, having done that, I have everything set to 4, and then I'm going to look at how many I have left, and I'm going to apply those in other places. I'm going to do defense and health point. I'm going to go ahead and take those all up to 1. So I'm going to start just kind of across all the colors. Now, if you kind of want more in-depth as far as arena goes, I do have that other video available, but I think it's just important to kind of evaluate what your personal preferences will be as far as what you want to upgrade or where you want to focus. For instance, if you want to be more arena heavy, you might want to upgrade just the colors that you're going to use the most often. I personally want to go all the way across because I want to have that benefit across my gameplay. So looking at what I have left, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take up accuracy, and I'm going to take up resistance to 1 as well. Just kind of give that balance throughout. Again, having said what I've already been talking about, it's for this account, I really just want to go balanced for now. Now later, if I decide that I want to reset my arena, if you go to the shop and miscellaneous, there are regret orbs that you can purchase, and those are going to allow you to reset your arena. You can do one color individually, or you can reset all 5. That's just kind of up to you. It is 100 gems per orb, but it's going to remove all of the ones for that color. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take speed up to 5. Let's see how many I can get across. I always want my speed to be higher than everything else because that is a big focus for me. All right, let's see. All right, so I was able to get all the way across and I still have some left over. So I'm going to go back into attack. I'm going to get my attack a little higher. So I'm going to start going across the board for that as well. Again, this is just how I want this particular account to run. This is not saying this is how you have to do your personal cabinet. This is more or less just showing you how I would do it. All right. So now I'm going to do defense. I'm going to take my defense up to 2. That's going to really help me kind of withstand my opponent. All right, so as you can see, I have run out of metals. I cannot put any more on anything, so I'm going to, as I go through my arena week, I'm going to be applying some, but usually I like to wait until Sunday and just apply all the ones that I have earned, whether it's through that reset or whether it is through my arena week where I'm getting those medals from attacking. All right, so now we're going to go over how I personally purge my artifacts. Now, this might be a little bit scary to somebody who has just started playing, because if you're anything like me, when I first started, I wanted to hoard artifacts and never ever sell them because I might use them someday. And that's just kind of not the right mindset, I don't think. And I think it's also important to just start right off the bat, putting yourself with your best foot forward and only being picky with what artifacts you're going to put on heroes. Even if they are, you know, a 2-star, it's still going to be important. So we're going to go through what I don't want to do. We're going to use this filter button, and I'm going to start with booths. And then we're going to talk about stats, the main stat of booths that I'm looking for as far as what I do not want. So I'm going to scroll down, and I do not want a flat stat if it is health point, attack, or defense. I'm okay with the percentage of any of those. And then the other one, the other column, flat stat and speed, you can only get a flat stat, and that's perfectly fine. Speed is a great main stat to have. So I'm selecting the flat health point, flat attack, and flat defense as the ones I'm going to sell. So I'm filtering what I do not want to keep. So we're going to select those, and then I'm not going to select any of the other ones because the ones that have those percent, those are going to be ones that I want to keep. So I'm going to view those, and then it's going to pop up basically what I put in that I wanted to see. I'm going to go to select all, and I'm going to sell them. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the exact same stats selected for my chest piece, because those you can get the percent stats that you're wanting, but I do not want flat health, flat attack, or flat defense in my chest. So I'm going to click to view those, and then it's going to pop up the same thing where it's going to have a selection of the chest pieces that have those stats that I'm not wanting. And here they are. And when I'm talking about a flat stat, I'm going to just pick a piece of artifact here to kind of show you. So down at the bottom, you'll see where it just says attack and then it has a blank number. That's a flat stat. If it were a percent, it would have a percent sign. So I'm going to sell all these. I'm going to select all, sell, yep. All right, and then I'm going to keep the exact same ones for my gloves. So these are all the gloves that I do not want. So I'm going to select all. I'm going to sell them. All right, so as far as your shield, your helmet, and your weapon go, those come with a flat main stat as is. So it's a little bit more difficult going through and kind of picking what you want. So I'm going to choose based on rarity as far as what I do not want to keep. So I'm going to select weapon, helmet, and shield. And then I do not want to keep any common or uncommon. So I'm going to filter that through, and you can see there's all kinds. And don't get nervous because you're going to get a lot more artifacts. So I'm going to select all because I'm purging here because I'm about to go on a big artifact farming spree. And then I'm going to go back. You can see that I'm down to 95 out of 600 possible slots. So then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to filter 2-star and 1-star. And I'm going to select all of those. And I'm going to select all and I'm going to sell because I don't want to spend my resources leveling up a 1 or a 2-star. So now I have 26 slots taken up right now. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spend a lot of time in the rifts, and I'm going to basically start farming for artifacts. Now, if you're looking for good artifacts, I highly recommend that you spend a lot of time in rifts. Whether you do Ashen Grove, or you do Darkwoods, either one of those is going to be good as far as being able to obtain artifacts. It just depends on what set you're wanting to accrue more of. So I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm going to basically get as high as I can possibly autoplay. That way the grinding is a little bit less time consuming, I guess. And then I'm going to start collecting artifacts. So having said all that, I know that was a lot of random information to go through today, but I see those questions asked a lot. So I just kind of wanted to go over some stuff that I think everybody should just kind of know right from the get-go. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to put those in the comment section. If you have any requests as far as videos to put out, anything like that, just be sure to let me know. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.